doing some good damage to the fur, and Taco goes down, but Kill is at least
they do manage to find him in the end. Fur with the MP7 takes out Seized. So that's Edward and Flamey left. Flamey's still very low, and Navi are just kind of poised to try and get some exit frags out of this. They'll get 600 bucks per kill with these UMPs, so it's worth it to kind of hang around here. And you already have Fallen, of course, out on the hunt. This is what he does every single time, just gets out there. I mean, Luminosity as well. They were just like, okay, boys, you know, keep the momentum, keep the pressure up. We aren't even going to waste any time with rifles trying to play for long range rule or anything like that. This was a straight up bully tactic from them. Just run and gun. SMG, make money, and go in there fierce.
Alright, that could have been dangerous, you know, ending up against UMP and armor.
Against the Deagle as well, they could, you know, don't move from halfway across the map.
I was about to say, it's actually something that we've done in matchmaking for a while. Sometimes you lose that round just by UMPs and armor and see if you can't make it. It works surprisingly often. Never seem to use a competitive play because I assumed it was just some ridiculous thing that we were doing, but why not? I mean, I think if you're in a good position for it, I actually don't think it's necessarily that bad of an idea.
No, it's a good SMG to attack with. It does the most damage versus armor out of all the SMGs. I mean, the thing can be lethal if you're in the right place. It just has it has a little bit of a slower fire rate, so that's why, you know, some players prefer to go with the MP7, a bit more of a running gun, easy weapon to use. But there we go, you know, Flamey all the way up top ramp, and he does so much damage to Cold and FNX.
Cold so scared to step out of that corner. 7 health on him. A good amount of damage pushed out by Flamey, who was obviously a huge reason why Navi won that first map. See if he can continue on the second map. It'd be big if they come back in the third round already. C set. Might have been a bit too aggressive from Zeus.
It's the bait and switch though. Oh, never mind. Paul's just like, you know, race cars right by him, no problem at all. Playing some GTA over here. You want Flamey? Trying to do the best that he can with this UMP, hoping to get lucky with the shot, but he's going to get flushed down. Oh, he gets the headshot with the pistol, not with the SMG. Do it with the SMG and make the money.
Can't get the shot on Fur. He's got too much health, and Edward, he's running in from behind. I'm wondering how close Cold has to be to hear him running up here. Seems like Edward anyways. Not quite a health for him. A lot of damage down, but only the one kill. Luminosity, they survived the following rounds. They're up to 3-0. Now Navi, they buy, but I mean, Flamey could buy an ult, but then he'd have no armor. To give it to Guardian, it's not worth the sacrifice. So no AWP here.
They don't have an AWP for Luminosity either. Fallen isn't going to upgrade. He said he just goes for a straight AK. And yeah, now they try and change it up. They trained Navi to fear the A side. That's where the action has been so far in this half. Now Luminosity just goes for a straight up YOLO beam play. And Edward is here with the double spray to stop some Cold.
Now grenades are raining in as well. Fur and Cold have got to get out of here. There's a nice shot from Fur. Bringing down Flamey. They at least get the bomb down. It doesn't seem likely at this point. Fallen trying for the spray. They almost lined up for it. But maybe now even around the last spot due to excellent shot down there from Flamey.
Yeah, Edward and Flamey. And it was Flamey to get the third kill. That's right. But you can see here, this is a sick position. You need to have FNX, the second man.
Oh, sorry, Edward with the initial spray, you're right.
But it's like, I mean, you know, you see it there, right? FNX, if it works according to plan, they lose one guy to Edward, but then the second guy dies, and then they're able to swarm over Flamey on that site, and it all works out perfectly for Luminosity. It's the fact that Edward gets that extra kill that just throws a wrench in the works there. So, big individual play again for Edward, who had his moments of trade as well. He was the one who started to get fired up for Navi.
Fallen actually does have the AWP, still not one on the Navi side. Edward playing around behind these boxes, and a little bit of push comes in from Taco. Perfectly timed to take down Edward. Zeus to fall next. Flamey way out in the open to take this fight, and he goes down immediately. And it's one of those fights where he's not going to hide anyway. He has to just crouch it and try and see if he can immediately win. Sees the Guardian, just saving whatever they can here. Big round for Brazilian side.
Well, clearly, Anders, you know, in Brazil, the Taco beats you. Because he just got 3 entry frags. That's not easy to do. First one, okay, bit touch and go, but then taking out Zeus and Flamey as well. Taco, that's a huge round.
Bit early in the day to bring out Russian games, isn't it?
Never, bro.
Next ends up dropping. So they're actually giving away a fair bit here to try and hunt down these two players. Money that they really do not have. The only one who could have sort of realistically pushed to actually try and do this was Taco with about 2,200. Everybody else should not be doing it, maybe especially for an FNX. Very little money here. Time is up, and good shot from Cold Drop Guardian. That may actually make it worth it. I think it is.
Yeah,
I would say that's worth it.
Yeah, just now you have a single rifle on Navi, and it's a hard eco. They've won one round, and then they get hard reset, $1,400 starting money. That is not a lot to work with here. So we see Navi, they're kind of meeting it halfway. It will be a double eco scenario for them, unless he's can come up with a huge result here with the M4.
When you mentioned Colt being sort of at the bottom of the scoreboard for LG, a lot of the game will dream. Look at him now, just coming into this game with 8-0 and 2. He is so ready, and I mean, he probably took that very personally, that, you know, he's like, I'm not doing well enough, I've got to change this somehow.
Oh, he does look at himself as, you know, it's just, I mean, Luminosity also, though, they are still, they haven't settled to the point where it's like, I'm the star, I'm in, it's like everybody just, you know, so long as they win, they don't care who gets the kills, right? It's just that Cold happens to get a lot of them. They have a very good mentality on Luminosity.
Yeah, I think that's sort of the leadership definitely coming out fairly with that. Cold gets the entry frag. They only have that one rifle alive, and the reason why it makes a difference if it's one or two is they easily sees this hero alone. But if they had two rifles, they could have put one in either bomb side. They would have had not exactly a good defense, but a more reasonable one. Now it's a bit of a coin flip for Navi here.
And that's how they're adjusting. Look, with the double in connector, quick rotate over to the A side. This is unless these dies outright, and then Edward gets followed up. They're using that gun as bait.
Guardian with a deagle. Nice headshot. Cold still surviving. 10 and 2 now. Now let's see. The fact is Navi can't really afford to buy. They actually have to eco another time here. Maybe if they were enemy, things would be different, you know?
Yeah. I'm wondering if they try to go, aggressive hauls, there we go. Okay. Where are they going to go aggressive if they have a second round of eco? Trying to catch Luminosity off guard, right? Flaming Guardian sees all of them going up into A apartments, just trying to get in there and see if they can't lay a trap with those CZ-75.
It's definitely it's a nice choke point to try and use them in, but now obviously they realize nobody's really coming. Luminosity are quite content right now to just slow play these rounds, see if they can't get a couple of kills early on instead of rushing into anything. So you have to respect that as well. Edward making his way through, and the timing is perfect here. Can they Fallen goes for the shot once, it will get the kill on Edward eventually. You almost wish Edward would have just ran away at that point in time.
That's an interesting flash. They do turn away in time, but not sure how many spotting he was. At least one player's play drop right now. Guardian's going to get up here for the AK. Oh, this is a point blank shot. Oh, no, Guardian can get punished now. There's his right nose hook. Did he get it? He's caught by Cold, and then Fleming goes charging through. He trades up 1-for-1. This is way too close at this point. Cold will find certain throw. He sees him do the best that he can. Tapping long range. He sees that, and he does find that shot. So actually, right over that tipping point, they lose the AWP. And they lose 3 players, so one of them is forcing here.
Yeah, an expensive round, more than it should have been maybe, but still 6 and 1. Now it's a double up setup for Navi. They did do the double eco, they have the money for it, they've also spent all their money in this round. So if they lose, then Luminosity are suddenly rocketed into an extremely good position here, early on Cold. There's Zeus with a good kill on Fur. It's a perfect start.
Taco's getting ready to get flashed through. Just waiting for the go signal from his teammates. Deep flash, deep smoke, there we go. They've got just pushes through, but Guardian's already in position here, waiting behind pillar. Not gonna find the angle though, the smokes are too good. Molotov is gonna be there, but the smoke clears an easy shot for Guardian that he misses.
The trap behind that box though, this is a little bit scary. They've got to be very careful. There are no grenades left on Navi though, so they can't even punish them for being there. And is there going to be a setup, any kind of flash to sort of unleash this landslide into the B bomb side? That's the big question. Fallen's coming up behind as well. They've got a Molotov and 2 flashbangs. They're on Taco. There's a good shot. Guardian going down, in fact. FNX somehow connecting with that AK. This guy's still playing chicken coop. Edward in the corner this time. It's just going to be the one kill. Chicken coop. Flamey coming out. Easy tap one thing.
Really lined up as well. Luminosity right now, they really are, I mean, they're trying to slow play it, but you just feel like they're getting bogged down as well, and Navi are taking advantage of this. Real patient play from Flamey. He didn't peek out until he had to. That was perfectly done. They just never, heard a shot from Chicken Coop, so they just completely ignored it, Luminosity, and that came back to haunt them now. That was a big round that they should have just been able to crush through. Instead, Navi have money to go to, to actually go for another buy round here. They have the AWP and a decent nade count. And Zeus once again boosted up. He's looking to just wreak havoc here in the back lines. Fur with the flash, but it's not going to be effective. Now Zeus walks right into his crosshairs. That is, well, I mean, Zeus knowing that he has actually nowhere to go. He has to take the fight and win it.
Yeah, but it seemed like that fight panicking more than it should have.
Yeah.
Just a bit of tension there on the side of Navi.
I like how Edward is basically playing mind games. He's like, well, how many times am I going to play this position, guys? Luminosity, every time now they have to worry about that spot. Do they check it every time, or do they assume that Edward's finally going to change up? Well, Guardian's going to change up straight down into the ground.
3 on 5. This is such a big lead to have right now. And Navi going for a bit of a shoulder. Actually, I would have preferred if Navi stuck every member in the B-bomb side and said, if you come B, maybe we'll win the round if we're good. Nobody frags. He's actually getting a lot out of this thing with just well fallen. If he goes down, that would be horrendous. Now it's a 2-on-2. Massive health advantage here for Navi. For coming up from behind, he's at least securing and checking the A-bomb side and should be calling